Alright, what up, y'all? It's Metaphor back for more to kick the raw, represent everyone's you and not verse. So, we're gonna do a video on Cancer rising, but Aries in the 10th house. Pardon me. And so the 10th house is your blueprint, your status, your way of practicalizing or creating a logic upon your overall plan. Right? It's like whenever you gained your knowledge and wisdom from the 9th house, right? You had your 8th house behind the scenes, and due to those behind the scenes natures happening, you had the 9th house, and you gained some knowledge and wisdom due to those things you may not have realized previously. And now I see that, and boom. So once that knowledge and wisdom is attained, then that 10th house is created to use that knowledge and wisdom, right? That creates that blueprint, your status, your map, so to speak, right? And Aries is a cardinal fire, so initiating, creating new ways of seeing and feeling, right? So new ways of seeing and feeling in the status. So it's a double cardinal. So you think about the 10th house being a cardinal house, right? And Aries also being a cardinal sign. So while you're initiating and creating a status, you're always going to initiate and create a new way of seeing everybody. Like, everybody's going to see a new way about your status. You're going to see a new way to look at your status at all times, right? You're going to initiate and create to the point that it's going to be like a formless thing, because like fire is beyond this realm, right? Fire burns the reality. So your status is like beyond this realm, so to speak. It's a way to interpret Aries is like an Aquarius can relate to an Aries, because Aquarius is so far out there to the left, and Aries is just in its own little world. Maybe it is to the right, but it's in the right in a whole nother way that's never been seen before. So that way the Aquarius and the Aries kind of get along. So yeah, it's like that unique and original kind of nature. So this being in your status, you think about it, generally Aries and Capricorn square, right? So you think about Aries being the personal, the individual, right? And Capricorn being the construct, the social construct, the kind of the overall governing of a circumstance, right? So it's like each and every circumstance, you're going to go about it in a completely new way, right? So it's like if you're creating a plan, it's like you're going to have a plan, but it's always going to be gaining new legs, right, so to speak. Like you're going to have a base idea, right? The 10th house is going to be a concrete thing. It's going to be a status that you create, but it's going to burn the reality. So it's going to be like something that you can build upon and create anew, right? And a way that you can look at this, right, is through your sextiles is a way to kind of help out your status, right? I could see how this would be a little bit difficult, right? Here, I don't know if y'all can hear me through the wind, so I'm gonna hold the phone a little bit closer. Think about the 12th house of Cancer being Gemini, right? So being able to adapt to other people's ways of thinking and communicating, right? Pardon me. So you're communicating in this illusion-like, a dreamlike manner. And this dreamlike manner is relatable to the 10th house in Aries, right? Due to it always being initiating, creating anew. So it's like whenever you have this dream and illusion about communicating, right, you're going to be able to say, okay, I see this, how this can relate to my new way of seeing things. Like, I see things in a way that I could actually build a status upon what I'm going about, right? So this status is something that I just need to really communicate enough about. So if I can communicate my new way of bringing this overall governing upon a circumstance, and I can communicate with an individual upon how I want to, my dreams about it, my illusions, my nightmares, when I'm kind of what I'm nervous about, right? If we can bring both of those aspects in, it's going to be a very good business. It's not even, if it's not a business for you that you're into at this point in time when you're watching this video, maybe just a relationship with somebody. You have a dream about building a relationship with someone, and eventually being able to own a home together. You see what I'm saying? It's like this I explain the fourth house a lot in my 10th house videos because I think they relate to each other a lot. Just in the reality that we live, it's like people really advertise their home as a status symbol, right? But it's actually a fourth house thing. So yeah, it can be confusing, but it actually goes hand in hand. So yeah, it's like, you know, some people dream about having a home with somebody and living in a home, a very nice home for their life. You know, I'm not going to say that that's a bad thing or nothing like that. I'm not going to say that I don't plan on doing that at a certain point in time in my life. I'm just going to say, from my individual perspective, I don't plan to do it, you know, as early as others. You see what I'm saying? I want to live more of life and actually figure out where I want to settle. So that's a whole other thing. But yeah, that's like kind of going into me a little bit tangent. So yeah, you think about Cancer's fourth house would then be Libra. So you have, you know, the first house being Cancer, then the fifth house would then be in Scorpio. So one house behind Scorpio is Libra. So your home is very communicative, right? And the way you can look at this as well, I was speaking about the 12th house. This is a trine, you know, the 4th and the 12th house. So your home being in Libra, right? It's a place that always tries to find balance. Everybody's doing their best to find balance for you. You see what I'm saying? People are attempting to be cordial at the best way they can be, and it's like you want to bring that balance. So you're generally like end up being the patient one, right? That's the Libra nature. They want to build. And the way that this trines to your Gemini is like, if you can, you know, openly express your thoughts and your dreams, illusions, and nightmares to your home and to your private matters, that's like, this is the only way I can, this is like what's necessary for me. Like, if we can do this and find balance, you know what I mean, then everything will change. It's just like those kind of natures. But yeah, that's the way to look at your trine within the sextile. It's like, you know, there's so many ways to look at this. But yeah, if you want to, you know, get an individual consultation from me, and, you know, you want to look at a certain aspect, you know, we can go over that, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, holla at me at conscious1347@gmail.com. And yeah, much love to y'all, and enjoy your motherfucking Wednesday, your Mercury day, you know what I'm saying? All that communication.